Thus, Nova Scotia had great temperatures, really through the Maritimes, Quebec, Ontario, and especially Manitoba. There were actually record-breaking temperatures again Saturday. Manitoba into northwestern Ontario, Winnipeg hit nearly 25 degrees. Places in southern Ontario through southern Quebec hit nearly 25 degrees, and that pattern is really going to continue through the rest of the weekend. As we head into next week, though, eventually that mild air, which will continue through the Maritimes for at least the next 3 days, the mild air is going to leave, and the cooler air across the prairies is going to usher in by next weekend. In southern Ontario, it's going to be a lot different than this weekend. I'm just going to warn you right now. Take a look at the difference over the next few days. Winnipeg, gorgeous day, nearly 25 degrees on Saturday. You're only going to get up to 12 degrees for Sunday. And then you compare that to Toronto, where we stay in the low 20s until Tuesday. Then we're only in the upper teens. Fredericton, I mentioned New Brunswick staying mild through Sunday, and then you cool as well. So this is all about temperatures coming up throughout the show. I hope you can stay with us. Well, Mr. St. Clair, fog is going to be an issue over the next couple of mornings. For Sunday morning in southern Ontario, there will be fog, but the thickest fog will likely be in eastern Ontario, southern Quebec, and especially through the Nickel Belt towards Sault Ste. Marie. And then as temperatures cool, we're going to be seeing behind this cold front less fog, certainly because we don't have all of that warmer air, but there is a better chance for Sunday night to see fog in southwestern Ontario. Rain showers along this cold front, they'll be heaviest in through northwestern Ontario. I'll show you rainfall totals in a moment, but let's talk about southern Ontario for just a moment. I mentioned the risk for fog into Sunday morning, again for Monday morning. Besides that, it is quiet and it's gorgeous. The leaves are certainly changing color, but blue skies, temperatures about 3, 4, sometimes 5 degrees above seasonal. It has been a gorgeous weekend. It's going to be cooler for next weekend, I'll warn you right now. 30 to 40 millimeters of rain for parts of far northern Ontario. In fact, Geraldton, as we see temperatures cool on the backside of the system, have to contend with, so that's something to keep in mind. And then across the prairies as well. Winnipeg, you'll likely see some rain showers early Sunday morning, maybe 9, 10 a.m. It's not going to be much, under 10 millimeters of rain, but it will be a showery start to Sunday before you clear out with cooler conditions in the afternoon. Something else people saw up in the sky on Saturday morning, at least in Weyburn, Saskatchewan, it was a beautiful sunrise. Thanks to our good friend Norma for sharing this video with us. The only thing was, in Saskatchewan Saturday, it was a whole lot cooler than you saw Friday. Temperatures dropped from 10 to 15 degrees, much like we'll see through the day Sunday in Manitoba. Winnipeg, you're going to be a good 10 to 15 degrees cooler Sunday compared to what you saw on Saturday. This is also interesting in the long-range forecast. By Monday morning, rain showers return to Vancouver, so Monday, Tuesday looking showery, the rest of the week not looking too bad, but we do have moisture spilling over into Alberta, specifically Wednesday night into Thursday morning. It is cool enough to see possibly some wet snow. Red Deer, it looks like you could see some snow Wednesday night, maybe Calgary, some wet snow, so keep an eye on Wednesday night. That's going to be the big story for you. As you can see, temperatures really drop off into Thursday. Daytime highs in Calgary only around 9 degrees, and as I mentioned, the prairie's looking a little bit cooler through the week. Pretty seasonal, but we do get progressively cooler in around Regina by the end of the week. Daytime highs around 10 or 11 degrees. Then across the east, it has been quiet. Chance for a few spotty showers in through the Maritimes late day Sunday, but more so Monday. It's not an awful lot of rain. Then we have high pressure in place. The best chance for southern Ontario to see rain maybe is Monday night into early Tuesday morning, and that's that there. But besides that, it's all about temperatures cooling. Enjoy the weekend while it's here. And considering Newfoundland made number 1 and 2 on that list, here's a shout out to Birchie Bay, Newfoundland, where it was fairly breezy. You could hear the winds, Beverly, couldn't you, on Saturday? Now we're still looking at some windy conditions, specifically in Newfoundland for Sunday, more so Monday in the Maritimes for PEI and Cape Breton. It all has to do with this low pressure system and cold front. So watch. Sunday, not a bad day. By Sunday night, but more so Monday, showers move into New Brunswick. Not a lot of rain though. I'll show you how much in just a moment. And for St. John's, it's mostly through the day Monday morning in particular. Now we could potentially see 10 to 20 millimeters of rain through the Gaspé region of Quebec. Besides that, it's under 10 millimeters of rain. But while we're in Atlantic Canada, here's Nathan Coleman with a really great story about cruise ships. And you know, it's mild enough for anyone doing any touristy things in the Maritimes through Sunday. That warmth is really through the Maritimes, Quebec, into southern Ontario, but the north is cold. There's a lot of rain, and a lot of rain for the north coast of British Columbia. Rainfall warnings through the day Sunday. And at your local Tim Hortons, they have over 2,000 jobs available. So if you're out of work and you're looking for work, or you're a student and you're just looking for some part-time work, looks like Tim Hortons is hiring, but we love that. Imagine your next door neighbor became a Tim Hortons. I would love that. Okay, as we take a look at the forecast forecast over the next few days across the west. Vancouver, I know it's a great weekend. You're drying out from all that rain last week, but rain returns to Vancouver around 8 a.m. Monday morning. It lasts through Tuesday, and then another round of showers for parts of BC by midweek. The thing we're worried about? In through Edmonton, Red Deer, Calgary, potentially Wednesday night into Thursday morning, your temperatures really dip. I mean, Thursday in Calgary, daytime highs of 9 degrees. There is a slight risk of maybe seeing some isolated snow showers, maybe some rain snow mixing. Coming up, we'll talk about all of the rain in northern Ontario, slight risk of a shower by Monday night in southern Ontario. So we do have a lot to talk about coming up. Flooding in India and thunderstorms across Australia. Those stories are coming up in this edition of Force of Nature Extended. But first, we'll update. Luckily, this wasn't a costly natural disaster, but on Saturday afternoon, there was a 4.7 magnitude earthquake off the coast of British Columbia. No tsunami warnings were issued with the event, but we thought we'd draw your attention to that. It's fairly common in this part of the country. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a closer look at your Sunday forecast from coast to coast coming up next. Thanks, Chris. And fog will definitely be an issue across southern Ontario Sunday morning and again for Monday morning. But besides that, it is gorgeous. And if you're looking for something to do on Sunday, here's Kasia.
For the Weather Network, I'm Kasia Badurka.
Not much chance for rain in Toronto this week. We'll talk about that coming up. But also coming up in our next segment, well, if fog topped that list, it is going to be an issue for many commuters if you're doing any driving through Sunday morning, but more so Monday morning as well in southern Ontario. Foggy midweek in around the Montreal area, and Montreal is also in the risk for fog this weekend with us here in southern Ontario. The bigger story for us will be eventually temperatures cooling. There's a cold front to our north. It's bringing rain showers. It really weakens as it sinks south. It may bring us some spotty showers Monday night in Toronto. It's just a risk of showers and won't be much. The bigger story, temperatures cool behind it, and we'll talk about temperatures in a moment. But first, Nathan Coleman tells us about the new hotspot for cruises in the country. Thank you very much, Nate, for that. If you haven't done it yet, perhaps plan a cruise around the Maritimes, something to do for next summer. Take a look at our temperatures the next few days. Sunday, sunshine 24 in Toronto. It's going to be gorgeous. Even into Monday, above seasonal. Tuesday onward, our temperatures cool. So that is going to be our trend for the week ahead. Attempt to encourage people to go and work at their local Tim Hortons. They have about 2,000 jobs available across the country. So if you're looking for work, apparently Tim Hortons is hiring. Take a look at our beautiful conditions here in southern Ontario for Sunday afternoon. I mean, it's hard to believe it's officially fall. Beautiful weekend. Temperatures around 24 degrees for most of us. Plenty of sunshine. That continues into Monday. Will likely be a couple of degrees cooler because we'll see a little bit more cloud cover, but we'll still be in the low 20s. And don't forget that open back up again Monday morning by 5 a.m. And we've seen it open earlier than that often over the last few years, so it may open a few hours early. Monday, again, a couple of degrees cooler, a little bit more cloud cover, and then our temperatures really cool by the end of the week, and we'll talk all about your temperatures coming up. Also coming up in the next half hour, Kasia has a great story about the salmon run here in southern Ontario. It's a really great report. You don't want to miss it.